Yeah, welcome to CRF. We are a racing league. We have 4 tiers on different nights, as well as a big ACC division. As we watch Lord No Kids come out the pits. We race Sundays 7:30, Mondays 7:30, Wednesdays 8 o'clock, and Saturdays at 7:30. So join our Discord. If you need an invite, send me, let me know in chat, and I can sort you out with a link. Yeah, join. Look for our Discord. Look for our Twitch, look for our YouTube. Obviously, it's on my Twitch tonight, but CRF does have its own Twitch. So check us out and get involved and get racing. We've got 18 drivers tonight. One of those 2 missing ones could be you. As we see Lord No Kids approach the S section in Sector 1, preparing for his big lap. And there's nice comments already in chat. Jack, should I start last? Nah, I think you should go for it, mate. Go for it tonight. I want to see you try and win the race because I think you are capable when you're on top form. So we've got a bit of an interesting grid tonight. Obviously a mix of full-time and reserve drivers. I'm delighted to see my precious Alfa Romeo team from CRF3 and CRF1 has got Andy Ring and Whizboy as their 2 drivers tonight. That's going to be a really fascinating lineup, and I'm looking forward to seeing them go for it. Full send tonight. Ryan Berger's teammate, of course, title contender Tim Senonen is back again. We've got Turbo Spinks in the Ferrari, and he's got a different teammate. Before he had Gattis, this week it's Gaming Gary, regular in this league. Even though he's reserve, he seems to be at every race, so good on you. Iceman and Crito in the Red Bulls. Lero Fusion is the only Alpine tonight, and we've got Jack as the only Haas. We've got 2 Astons trying to get off the bottom of the constructors. That's Syndical, who also races Aston in Tier 3, and Yeezy. Kanye's back for another go. Obviously, we've got Lord No Kids and his teammate Alexis Beast. And we've got Arvis Skip Sebi in the McLarens. And John Pide and Joseph in the AlphaTauri. Now, John was very unlucky not to win last week. And Joseph got his first points in his first race. Let's see how things go for them this week. So we're going to have Lord No Kids lap in a minute as he goes around the final sector of the track. Turn 17, 18 there. And turn 19 he's approaching now. And he's all set to start his lap in that Mercedes. Where can he put himself this week? Last week he qualified nice and high and followed it up with an excellent performance. I think eventually finishing runner-up in the race. So a really good job by him last week. As he approaches turn 1. Not too much drama there. And this is one of the most difficult sections of the track. The turns 3 to 7, where you're just going left and right and left and right. Again, not too much drama. You've got to be very careful of track limits. I get the impression this is a very careful lap from Lord No Kids, as he hopes to just get a banker lap in. Let's adjust my screen. Oh, I think he has disqualified there. He's just slowed down, and we can see on the map at the bottom it has gone red. So, unfortunate for him, that. So we've got Iceman on a lap. He just goes around lap turn 11 and down the main straight. Can he get a tow from the Alfa Romeo in front? He's not looking for it, but he's got DRS and he's got ERS, and he is charging down that main straight. Iceman was a regular in CR3 the last few seasons and had some excellent results, particularly in our first season. It's good to see him back in CRF, albeit in CRF4. But good luck to him in the Red Bull team. One of those tricky corners in the track. Oh, and Turbo Spinks has done a 1:33.442. Decent lap to get himself started off. I wonder, we've got some times coming in. Syndical 1:34.1, Joseph 1:34.9. Let's see where Iceman fits in amongst all that. Oh, and ride a lot of curb there. And he gets himself into P2, 1:34.1. But just as last week, we've got Turbo Sphinx ahead of the pack. We've got Andy Ring on a lap now. Let's see if there's someone more towards the end of their lap. Goes on the slowdown. The Lord No Kids is having a second go. The yellow flag, I think that's just people slowing down, letting people through, as they will do a lot in this session, just to make sure they don't impede anyone's lap. Tim Senonen goes 5th, 1:35.7. A little bit off the pace at the moment, but he will get more chances to correct that. And we've got Ryan Berger, P2 in the championship now. He's about to finish his lap. Can he get himself close to his championship rival, Turbo Spigs? Goes around the last corner, turn 20. Can he get the power down early? Oh, he'll be a little bit disappointed at P4, 134.2. But at least he's got himself a lap. Unreal Fusion goes pole position in the Alpine, 133.3. Brilliant lap from Fusion. And Turbo Sphinx is off the top spot. We're looking at Easy's lap here. So he set a very slow time, but probably there was an error on that lap, or maybe he broke a track limit and slowed down to restart. Got the end of Andy Ring's lap here. West Boy's put himself P3, 133.6. So it looks like if you want to be at the top side, and Andy Ring's disqualified, so he slows down. Here's Alexis. What can he do? The driver with the Jamaican flag. What can he do? He's in the 133s, almost pole position. 133.369, and Jamaican be crazy. He almost got pole. Sorry, I had to get that one in. Let's see what Easy can do. Can he improve on his first lap time? But he's still a little bit slow here, because he's definitely going to improve. Oh, wiggly moment there. He's up to P12 though, and 133.3. And with our little wriggle and maybe one or two other errors, he's got room for improvement there. AR Biscuit abandoning his lap into the pits, and neither McLaren has set a lap time yet. Wandy has commented, just binned it in quali. Wet COTA not fun. So he's doing COTA as well tonight. And yes, Syndical, decent baseline lap, 134.1, agreed. If you can get a couple of attempts off that, you're looking at a decent grid slot, I think. West Boy abandons the lap. Iceman's out. He's disqualified his lap though. Is Jack out on one? No, not currently. That's an in lap. So at the moment, we haven't got too much going on track. I think Andy Ring might be doing a lap. His previous effort was disqualified. What can he do in the Alfa Romeo? And his distinctive yellow helmet. Yeah, he's definitely not boxing. Where will he end up on the grid? 134.2, P9. So Ryan Berger, second in the championships, currently P10 on the grid. Another difficult qualification, just like Monza last week, where he didn't set a lap right until the end of qualifying, but managed to pull a P3 out of the bag. So you'll be hoping for more of that this week. Wandy's got Wes' prediction for pole. I can't go away from Turbo, Wandy. I think Turbo has got some more pace to unlock there. And I predict that he will get pole position though. Wes Boy is a great shout. Very quick and good at this circuit as well. I should know I am his teammate in CRF4. And here's John. Brilliant race last week in Monza for John. Really got cost by the safety car and by incidents not going his way. Very quick driver. And I fully expect him to be in the 133s and probably in the higher end of them as well. He has a lot of pace. Very sharp turn in there from John. Another yellow helmet. What can he do? He's gone fastest middle sector. So just as I predicted, I think this is going to be a very good lap as long as he can not disqualify it in the final few corners here. This corner coming up, turn 19, is a big invalidation risk. He survives it. And this is going to be a great lap. Takes the final corner well. And he goes pole! John Pide in the Toro Rosso. I mean the AlphaTauri, I mean the Visa Cash App, AlphaTauri, whatever it is these days, has taken pole position. A 133.1, so he's got a 2/10 gap to the cars following. And maybe last week has motivated him to push even harder this week to try and get the win that he probably feels he was cost due to the weird weather conditions and all the safety cars and all the craziness last week. Joseph's going, but I don't think this is an outlap. What's Gaming Gary doing? He's on an outlap. He's managed to disqualify it, but it doesn't matter really. Here's Turbo. Is he on a quick lap? I think he is actually. Here we go. Let's ride with the championship leader, Turbo Spinks, in the Ferrari as he looks to claim back the pole position that he originally got with his first lap, but since been overtaken by 3 other cars. He's ahead of his championship rival at the moment, at least, and he is 2 tenths up. So this is looking very, very promising for Turbo. He can just keep up this level of gains. He has got pole position back. Or at very least he'll get himself on the front row as it stands. Turbo was complaining earlier that he wasn't fast here, but this looks very fast to me so far. He might be the first driver to get in the 132s. He approaches turn 11. We'll see the middle sector. He's 4 tenths up, almost half a second, and we are looking at a lap in the 132s here for Turbo. He's got traffic though. And now Vatari does get out of the way. Good job. Turn 19, can he keep it on track? He can! And the final corner goes well. Is he in the 132s? He is, a 132.6. What a fantastic lap. 3/4 of a second gain on his previous lap. Turbo Spinks is on pole position by over 4 tenths from John Hyde. That is an excellent lap, and I think you will struggle to see that get beaten today. I think Turbo Spinks has just put himself on pole position, and I don't like to boast, but I do remember a few minutes ago me predicted just that Turbo Spinks would find the time to put himself on pole. So, sorry to boast, Wandy, but you never know. Maybe Wes Boyd is doing a job. No, he's currently in the garage. Lord No Kids is on an outlap. Jack is down on his lap at the moment, but this... Oh, he's disqualified, so maybe he'll go again. We've got Iceman. Let's see the end of his lap. He approaches to turn 19. Yeah, he's taking a little bit cautiously, and he's actually... Whoa, flipping heck. He almost hit the pit wall. I think he decided to abandon last minute and almost DNF'd himself. So he does get to go again. So I think he's going to have to go back into the pits, put on a fresh set of tyres. And yeah, Wandy, maybe turbo pole after all. I could still be proven wrong yet. There's some still very pacey drivers here. But yeah, I think that is a outstanding lap from the Ferrari guy. So Lord No Kids is up on his time slightly. Fastest middle sector according to the map. Jack says 5 tenths up sector 1 invalid. So that 5 tenths would put Jack very close to the front, so he'll have to go again. Oh, very close to an invalidation there. Here we go. He's up to P5, I think. Yeah, I think he may have overtaken West by there. Just about. So, good job by Lord No Kids. Needs to improve his time to 133.4. We've got a McLaren coming on the final. We're going to the Sebi. Nope. AR Biscuits is on an in-lap. Let's go ride with Sebi. He has not set a lap yet, so he's currently P18. What can he do? Knowing Sebi's pace, I can definitely see him getting in the 133s here. Oh, a little wobble there. Not sure Sebi will even have time to do another lap after this, so this one really has to stick. He's done a good job. Oh, he's going in the box. And to be fair, if he boxes, he will have time for one more effort. So we'll see what he can do. But Gaming Gary, can he improve on his 136.4? Younger brother of Ryan Berger. Just going Gary Berger, really. What can he do? He's not improving. But points are scored on Sundays. So let's see what Gary can do in the race. Trying to to find who's actually on track. There's not too many people. So this might be Tim Sen's big lap here. Oh, I think he was a little bit nervous about the Alpha behind Seb. He's retired. He's gone into the pits and retired instead of setting a lap. Maybe we've got a last to first challenge from Sebi here tonight, but I mean, if Turbo and Ryan had bad nights and Sebi had a good night, he could get himself right back in the championship. So a little bit of an odd decision there, but you know, you've got to do what's fun for you. Ultimately, this is a racing league where we race for fun, and I hope whatever Sebi does tonight, he's enjoying himself. Turbo Spinks retires, but I think that's more of a, I'm happy with my lap, and he's challenging everyone to try beat it. And they've got, oh, and Tim Sen has a little wobble there. Oh, he's having a difficult time of it at the moment. Here goes Jack. I think this is his fast lap. Let's keep an eye out on Jack. I know he listens to the stream, so I don't want to put him off too much. He's going to approach quite a few cars doing an out lap, probably by the time he gets to his last sector. Jack is up in sector 1, not quite as much as before, but still an improvement. And he keeps this up, he could move up a position or two in the order. Jack seems to have a new name every week. This week is Jack9991. We'll have to comment in chat what that's about, the meaning of those numbers. Let's find out how much quicker he's going in sector 2. To tidy out, he's half a second up. He's got that time back. At the moment, that's going to put him very close to the front row. Of course, everyone else is pretty much out there looking for an improvement now. Oh, a little bit of a difficult time, and I think he's abandoning. Oh, so unfortunate for Jack. Oh, and he's pinned it. Well, that's his session over anyway. Andy rings up by 2 tenths. And he's at the final corner. He could get himself into the top 10 here. It's a good final corner. A great job by Andy Ring, 133.9. He goes up to P9. I think Wes Boy's up on 1. There he is, and he is 2 tenths up. Maybe he can get himself in the top 5 here. Here he goes. Turn 17 and 18. Can he keep it going through turn 19? Jack just lost his lap here. Wes Boy keeps his though. Final corner, turn 20. Oh, he has to hold it a little bit there. He goes up to P3. Wes Boy up to P3 at the death. Leroy's giving up his lap. Alexis Beast is out. Can he knock Wes Boy out of top 3? Maybe he can get the front row. John Pide's lap is over. His quali's over. Oh, I don't know what kind of lap he was on there, but he's lost it completely. Crito settling for P9. Andy Ring's done a great lap there. Oh, an Iceman here. He's got a 4/10 improvement. At the moment, that would be good enough, possibly for P8. Ryan Berger at the death, P2. He's done it 2 weeks in a row. The title contenders are on the front row. Ryan Berger, last minute king. And Iceman's up to P9 with an almost half a second improvement. Good job by him. And I think that's pretty much all the laps complete now. That is quali. What a qualification session we have seen here. We've got Turbo Spinks on pole. Ryan Berger in second. Title rivals on the front row. John Pide third. West Boy fourth. Fusion fifth. Alexis Beast sixth. Lord No Kid 7, AR Biscuit 8, Iceman 9, Jack 10, Quito 11th, Andy Ring 12th, Syndical 13th, Joseph 14th, Kanye 15th, Tim Senon 16th, and Gary 17th, and Sebi no lap at all in 18. Jack's got accidentally pressed the brake. I want to shoot myself. That's I'm sorry for you, Jack. You've had half a second cost twice there, but at least you know you got the pace for the race, and anything can happen in the race. Monty says, going to be interesting turn 1, especially if Sebi gets involved. Yeah, so for anyone watching this and not understanding, in CRF3 on Monday night, Sebi had a turn 1 incident at Monza, which involved 4 wide cars, and Sebi misjudging the braking, cutting the first 2 corners, getting 20 seconds of penalty, causing carnage behind. But I'm sure that won't be what happens this week. So there is the final classification in qualifying for CRF4 US Grand Prix. Remember, this is CRF Racing League. We have our own Twitch. Please follow that. Please let me know if you want to join the Discord, because I can send you a link. And also we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got all that stuff, TikTok. Come and join us, come and follow us. As I said, there's 2 spare seats tonight. That could have been one of you guys watching in that if you're not racing. Big T says 10% chance of rain. Interesting. Don't think that's a very big chance. But, yeah, we'll never know. I mean, I'm personally hoping for a dry race. I hope that we just see the strategies play out as people intend. And this is a track where there's quite a lot of tyre wear. And, you know, we could see some very interesting calls made by people. Maybe a 2-stop potentially might be quickest, especially if you can get the VSC at the optimal time. So hopefully I don't get kicked out this week. Hopefully I actually make it to start the grid. I missed the first 4 laps of last week. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping I get to see the start and the first few laps. Loading complete. Here we go. Let's hope. Please. Here we go. So I think this is just suddenly going to come up when everyone's ready. And it's just going to basically hit me with the footage as soon as the 5 lights are out. So please accept my apologies for that. But that's just the way the game is. But we will be straight into the action any moment now. And for me, I am really excited to see the 2 championship contenders on the front row together, Turbo and Ryan. I think we're going to have a fantastic race. The only 2 drivers in the 132s, proving why, you know, they are the top 2 guys in this tier this season. And I'm really hoping for a really great battle between those 2 here at the Circuit of Americas in Texas, United States of America. In my opinion, one of the best tracks on the Formula 1 grid. I really enjoy this track. And here we go. The 5 lights are out. And they're off. Here we go. Turbo Sphinx and Ryan Berger leading from the front. I think John Pye's got a good start. Is he going to get up into P2? Turbo leads the way. John Pye and Ryan are very close to each other. I think John Pye's got the middle line. Yep, he has. So John Pye's in P2. He's overtaken Ryan at the start. A blow to Ryan's hopes. And Turbo will hope to build his lead here at the start. Possible race strategies up on the screen. We'll put up the tyres now. So a lot of medium runners, and we've got the odd hard runner, the odd soft runner. Interesting. I completely understand Sebi going hard tyre. Oh, Alexis Beast in a moment. I think West Boy's trying to make the pass for P5. Doesn't quite get it done there, but maybe you can get it done in the lead up to turn 11. 12 rather, sorry. No, I haven't quite got the pace there in the straight line. And Fusion's going up the inside of Ryan. And they can leave each other enough room here. Yeah, good racing by the 2 blue cars. I think Ryan might just be about to hold on to that, though. Real Fusion is going up the inside. Oh, it's an excellent, brave pass. And he still hasn't quite made it stick, though. Because Ryan Berger hanging on in P3. But already out of DRS with John Pye. And a difficult start for Ryan, but there's a whole race to recover just yet. I see why West Boy struggled with the Mercedes. Alexis on the soft. The gamble for him for the start, and Turbo Sphinx sets the early fastest lap. Alexis will be looking to get on the back of Leo Fusion, and he has here. Would he make the pass for P4? He needs to make hay while the sun is shining, while those soft tyres are good. And I think he gets the move done there on Leo Fusion. And actually, West Boy gets the move done as well. So very difficult turn 1 for Leo Fusion there, as he tries to hang on in front of AR Biscuit. Got Andy Ring behind Joseph here. Joseph on the soft tyres, so that's another difficult task for an Alfa Romeo to pass a soft runner. So we got both Andy and Easy picks up the first penalty of the race. The track limits in lap 1, that's almost impressive. So Alexis, I believe, is going for Ryan here. His soft tyres will give him that advantage in the early laps. Can he make good on them? He hasn't quite got the straight line speed here at the moment. We look for Iceman, who's passing Jack. Jack on the hard tyres, Iceman on medium. And he's making those tyres work for him. And Iceman is going to move up into P8. Can Jack hanging around the inside side? Ooh, very tight there. Niceman made sure the move got done there. And right behind we got a battle. Lord No Kids has dropped way back. Oh, apologies, I must have missed that. But he's now down in P10. So he must have had a moment at some point. I'm afraid I've missed it. I apologise for that. Can't catch everything, unfortunately, in online racing. Crito there, right behind Lord No Kids. And the Red Bull looking for the pass. Let's go to Ryan Berger. He's now catching up with John Pye. He's well within DRS again. Turbo thinks as fast as that. And Ryan Berger beats it. Laying down a marker that Turbo, you might be ahead, but I am going to catch you. I am going to fight you as hard as I can for this race, for this championship. And DRS is now enabled. So next lap will be interesting on the number of fronts. Crito having a look at Lord No Kids. Ooh, struggling with traction there. And despite the penalties, he is keeping up with the pack there. And Sebi. Let's see what happens. Oh, a lovely view here over the S section. John Pye, if you can see Ryan, you can see Turbo, he's almost in DRS, and he is going to be in DRS, which is crucial if he is going to stay ahead of Ryan here. We've got Iceman behind Lero Fusion. Iceman having a very strong race. Lero Fusion dropping back a bit. At one point, I believe he was battling Ryan for P3, now down in P7. He's had definitely a difficult few moments in this race to get down to here, but I'm sure he'll get himself back on track, and it's difficult to make the pass on these straights. It's Ryan Berger right behind John. Alexis right behind him. Westboy's been dropped out of DRS range. Might make things difficult for him. There's Alexis Beast. He wasn't racing last week, but him and his teammate Lord No Kids, very impressive in the Mercedes cars. And we're looking at a very interesting battle here. Ryan was looking good for John, but actually Alexis is looking better with Ryan. Can he make those soft tyres count? Every lap he doesn't make the pass, the advantage he has of those tyres decreases. But Ryan also has DRS, so we've got ourselves a bit of a train going here. Can Westboy get on the back of him and get involved in that train? Very quick driver, definitely a contender to win the race. And shown great pace here before, and he'll just be hoping to bridge that gap. But yeah, he is losing time at the moment to the cars in front. Very strong pace at the front today. Likewise, Jack's lost a bit of time. Lord No Kids is right behind him. Oh, and Lero Fusion's out! Out of the race. It's a virtual safety car. I don't know what's happened to Lero. He's gone in the S section. And I said he had a great first lap where he went up into P3. And unfortunately, he lost a few places after that. And now, unfortunately, his race has ended as early as the 4th lap of the race. And he'll be dreadfully disappointed with that, Fusion. A very quick driver, a very clean racer. And it's a loss to this race to see him out of it so soon. So we'll see who might be willing to take advantage of the VSC and make a change to their strategy. I'm thinking maybe the soft runners in particular. Will Alexis take the gamble and moving on to a different tyre? Or maybe Joseph Gaming Gary will do it. Maybe one of the other drivers will think, you know what? Oh, and Iceman's just got a 5-second penalty, and I believe that might be for the Delta, and maybe he's overtaken someone. And Alexis has got a drive-through, and has Alexis got a drive-through as well? No, Ryan Berger's got a drive-through. Oh, what an absolute devastating moment for Ryan and his title bid. They've clearly gone the wrong side of the Delta, him and Alexis, and they have both suffered drive-through penalties. Which cannot, and the VSC's over. So they've got 3 laps to serve that. Iceman's picked up 5 seconds, I presume for a legal overtake. Maybe that's one that will be appealed afterwards. Syndical's picked up a 3-second warning after his brilliant week last week where he didn't get a single penalty at Monza. Unfortunately, as early as lap 5, he is in the penalties at COTA. And this is a tough track for track limits. There's so many corners where you can fall foul. And Ryan really has to make some hay now. If you can get past John, that would be a big help just to build the gap as much as possible to serve that drive-through. But I'm afraid Ryan Alexis' chance of winning this race has just dropped significantly. And John Pye's just got a 3-second warning. You saw him go off above. That's it. And Sebi has as well. Gaming Gary. It's a pandemic of 3-second warnings here at COTA. Drivers that stay out of the track limits will be the ones to benefit today. At the moment, all we said about Westboy losing time earlier, he's now gained back in DRS, and his Ryan goes to the pass on John. And he gets it done before the braking zone, pulls in. And, well, it's such a pity for him. You can see he's got the pace here today. And that drive-through is really, really going to affect his chances. A little bit of a battle behind between the Mercedes. Oh, it's almost free wide there. Jack getting involved as well with Lord No Kids and AR Biscuit. And Jack, well, looked like he was about to make the pass stick. Hasn't quite done it yet. I think he might be about to here. No, McLaren holds the inside and keeps the position. So, in terms of drive-through penalties, what would be the strategy? Would you take it as early as possible? Free drivers, yeah, Tim Senon. Yeah, thank you, Auntie, drive-through. Fortunately, he's quite well back already, so his race is really not looking good. West Boy passes Alexis Beast, but maybe yet. I'd serve the drive-through as soon as possible, because if a safety car comes out, you can't serve it. But also, the safety car brings you back into play. So I think Alexis is making the right move here. As we see the battle for the lead between Ryan and Turbo. But unfortunately, not really for the lead. And West Boy's dropped back again. Is he just looking after those tyres? Has he got a strategy here today? Interesting. Or has he just made an error? But, you know, the error hasn't cost him any positions. So, I think maybe West Boy is just looking after those tyres, looking after his car. And maybe he's got a long-term game being played here. And we got Ryan down the long straight coming up to turn 12. And he is going to pass Turbo for, well, technically lead of the race. But obviously, in net terms, he's probably more like out of the points. But Ryan showing that the pace is there all along. And Turbo at the moment is probably just chilling out, knowing that the rivals around him have mainly got penalties and that he is in a good position at the moment. So he won't be taking any risks as Tim Senon gets another penalty. Another battle here between AR Biscuit and Lord No Kids. I think Ryan is serving that. Yeah, he's serving his drive-through penalty. And that's the leader of the race. Serving the drive-through, second the championship. This is a devastating blow. And Ryan, who did so well to win the first race in Australia and has been so consistent since, has really had a difficult last few races. And hopefully he's still got another chance to go in this championship. He may come out still in the top 10, you know. Not quite. He's just got to get his head down and go now. I'm sure at some point there'll be a safety car that'll bring him right back into it. And he hasn't got any time penalties, so there's still hope for Ryan yet. Syndical gets a second penalty of the race. A little battle here for P5. Biscuit holding off Lord No Kids, anti-ring. Definitely showing interest in the position here. And Jack just holding on those hards, playing the long game. Easy gets a penalty in here. We've got Sebi versus Crito. Sebi's got 3 seconds worth of penalties. So he needs to make this pass stick and build the time as much as possible as Tim Senon gets 5 seconds of speed in, probably serving that drive-through. Oh, I just feel so sorry for him. You know, you build up to these races, you hope for the best, and to see your chances go up in smoke so soon, this was so disheartening. So Tim Senon, if you're listening, keep going, mate. Keep going. You haven't been lapped yet. If a safety car comes out, you've still got to hope. And Sebi makes the pass stick on Crito. Not quite. Is he going to try around the outside? Good racing here. Sebi, to be fair, an excellent racer, except for Monza Turn 1. Oh, and a bit of argy-bargy there between Crito and Sebi. But I think Sebi's got the inside line going into turn 17 and 18. And I think there he will keep that position. Great racing there and great work from Sebi. Oh, he's gone wide quite a bit there. Crito's got a warning in the process. I think he may be boxing. He is coming off those mediums very early. And he's got a 5-second penalty. The speed in. Absolute devastation. And there's a lot of penalties here tonight. Alexis running in P12 after the drive-through. Ryan in P10. Chasing Syndical. Making up those positions. If he can keep himself out of the penalties, there's still a lot of hope for him yet. Ryan 3 points behind Turbo in the Drivers' Championship. Turbo currently leading now. Ryan was leading, but a drive-through penalty after a VSC had to be served, and that has really, really harmed his chances of winning the race. As we see him go for Syndical, will he get it done before the main straight? No, I think he's holding back. And he's waiting for the DRS. Uses DRS and just go for it. And John and Turbo are fighting for the lead at the front, and John has taken the lead. And Turbo knocks the back of him. Has he got damage? It remains to be seen, but John takes the lead, and he'll hope to build a 3-second gap. Good job by John to take the lead there. Excellently fast driver. Doing himself no harm at all. I mean, even with the 3-second penalty, he's currently still net P2. Turbo doing a good job to keep in the trap there. Oh, a little bit of a moment there. So Ryan up into P9. Syndical chasing him. Sebi chasing him. AR Biscuit's been behind Lord No Kids for a number of laps now. He has got the position net, but he will be hoping to get the position in real as well. But he's not quite close enough going into turn 1. So currently Westboy this season, as Gaming Gary gets another penalty. Westboy has done 2 races in CRF4. Finished second twice. Currently he's in P3, not far off, making a consecutive run of 3 P2s. Alfa Romeo team will be hoping he can do it for them tonight. And Sebi right behind Syndical. And I think he's taken the position there. He has. Excellent pass in the S section. And he is up into the points. And he started P18, having not set a qualifying lap. And if this is last to first challenge, he has at least made it last to points. And now he's got to hope to build that gap, because he has got 3 seconds worth of penalties and catch up with the cars in front. Can AR Biscuit get it done this lap? Oh, he's close, but he's let off the brakes nice and early there. Oh, a little sticky moment. Interesting racing strategy there from AR Biscuit. He's certainly biding his time over this overtake, and Syndical has repassed Sebi. He hasn't quite made it stick yet. Oh, was there contact there? Syndical has won back the place to P10, and he is battling hard for that position in the points, though he will have to make up the 6 seconds of penalty so far, because Alexis Beast is currently net in that position. Martin wants an invite. I will give you an invite, Martin. Oh, for some reason I just invited Cameron. He's going to love that. Okay. There we go. Thank you. No problems, Martin. Anytime. And then we got Sebi versus Syndical, part 3. Gaming Gary's up to 12 seconds of penalties. 12 seconds in 10 laps. He's on his own little mission here. So we're looking at the battle for the last points paying position between Sebi and Syndical. So only 2 attempts in it. Then we got Ryan potentially about to chase Jack down the straight for P8. Very close between Turbo and John at the front as well. I am keeping an eye on that. Iceman catching Westboy. Iceman having a very strong drive tonight. Is Ryan going to go for Jack? He's on the better tyres. Is he track down the inside? He thinks better of it, and sometimes that is better, because you don't want another spin to ruin your race. With the pace advantage he's got on those tyres. Oh, and he's going to get him down the inside here. Jack goes deep, and Ryan takes P8, and the recovery drive continues. In net terms, he's not far off being net P6 now, especially if you build that gap again. Right, let's have a look at Turbo and John at the front. There's very close racing at the front of the grid here. And Turbo is just biding his time. He does not need to take massive risks. He's leading the championship. He's net leading the race. He's just playing clever here, the number 6 Ferrari. But he does seem to have a pace advantage over John at the moment, so he might look to have a quick look at the tyres here. Front runners are mainly on 10 lap old mediums, as you can see. Jack and Sebi and Alexis being the outliers to that. And so Martin, do you want another invite? See on Discord, do you want another one? Just let me know. And Turbo Spinks takes the lead from John. That pace advantage he's had over the last few laps has finally been shown. And into turn 12, he takes the lead back. Sorry, I was a little distracted there as of league staff trying to get in on the spectator mode. John does hold on. He's going to stay in the DRS of Turbo because he will be aware that Westboy behind him has no penalties. And if he loses some time to Westboy, he will lose his P2. And he'll just hang on to Turbo. There's still time for Turbo to get a penalty. And this becomes suddenly a very hot race once again. And John isn't losing time. He's using that DRS to good effect and staying in the slipstream of Turbo. And Iceman has taken P3 off. Well, Westboy's boxing. He's going for the undercut. He's going for the early box. He's putting the hard tyres on. So he's the first of the boxers, really, amongst the front runners, Westboy. Let's see how this works out for him. He might be able to gain some of that time back on John with a good undercut. And in terms of track, he's come in an excellent position in front of Crito, where he's got a good bit of time between him and Alexis, where he can really close in. And the Sebi Syndical battle continues into lap 12. Fight forever. So we've got Sebi P9, Jack P8, Ryan in P7, and he is building a gap to Jack, and he's closing in on the cars in front. Andy Ring, an excellent P6 so far. You'll be very pleased with the way this race has gone. No penalties, so it's actually a net P5 at the moment. Lord No Kids still... Oh no, AR Biscuit has managed to make the pass stick on Lord No Kids in the end, so well done to him, and sorry we missed that. Iceman in P3, excellent drive by him so far. You'll be so gutted about the 5 seconds of penalties. And John hanging on to the bootstraps of Turbo Spinks as they enter turn 19. Tim Semon is up to 11 seconds of penalties now. So can John retake the lead? These guys do an excellent job of using DRS to their advantage here today. So Ryan Berger is on the back of Andy Ring now. And actually he's making the pass because Andy Ring is boxing. I suspect that he will be going on to the hard tyres himself, just like his teammate did 1 lap ago. Looking to consolidate that position and making sure no one can undercut him. Good strategic move there from Andy Ring. He does fall behind Crito, but he does have a decent bit of gap there in order to show some pace on those tyres. And Westboy's already closed in significantly to the cars in front. So let's see how this strategy plays out for him. We've got Alexis on the back of Syndical. Sebi has finally got out of the DRS of Syndical. So he can finally start clawing himself away from that battle. And Westboy is right on the back of it now. And I can see John Pive is right on the back of Turbo at the end of the straight. But we're going to focus on this battle here. I think there's a good chance Westboy can make an overtake stick now on the Mercedes of Alexis B. So it's such a good start. And he's still out there on the softs. Here goes Westboy. Back into the points. Of course, he's technically a net P3. And he's going to get a double pass. Yes! On Syndical as well. 2 overtakes on the main straight for Westboy. And he is now P9. And he's right behind Sebi for P8. He is showing great pace on these hard tyres. Good job by the Dutch driver. And the big Kimi Räikkönen fan, Westboy. Kimi would have been proud of that one, mate. And Ryan Berger, now ahead of Andy because of his pit. He's now chasing Lord No Kids. But he is boxing himself, going for the undercut. Interesting move. Syndical's got another 3 seconds worth of penalties. And Westboy and Sebi, this battle's coming right up. Turbo Spinks is boxed. Turbo Spinks is boxed. We'll find out what tyres he's gone on to now. But we're seeing Westboy overtake Sebi. 4 P8. We'll see how close Westboy is to Turbo. See how much time he's gained. He was around about 6 seconds away before the stop. And now we're looking at more like 4.5. So he's gained a 1.5 seconds here. Turbo now out on the hards. Avoiding any chance of an undercut from John Pied. And Andy Ring right on the back of Ryan Berger. Of course, he was slightly ahead of him before the box. And Ryan's obviously utilised his pace here and got ahead of Andy. But Andy will hope to stay in that DRS and add some more pace to his race He's still on course for a very good points finish here, the Alfa Romeo. And Alexis Beast picks up his first 3 seconds of the race, having freshly boxed for mediums. He's definitely making his tyres work for him today. And he's right behind Ryan here. He might be looking for the overtake. Ryan's tyres perhaps a little bit cold. Is he going to use DRS? And Andy Ring makes the pass done on the guy in P2 in the championship. He has passed him on pure pace. And it might be because Ryan's recently boxed and has got cold tyres, but we'll see as the battle develops how much of that is true. And Andy Ring puts himself back into the points. Of course, the strategies haven't quite all played out yet. If we look at the tyres here. Sorry, I'm just looking at... So there's a few cars in front. I mean, that have not boxed yet. You've got 6 cars in the top 10 that have not boxed. I think Lord No Kids is boxing now. Lord No Kids boxes from P6 and he puts on the softs. That is a very interesting strategy. I'm not convinced the softs will take him to the end. I mean, they might do, but they're going to struggle greatly at the end. But what a great gamble by Lord No Kids, and I'll be an interested observer to see if this works out. Jack finally gets out of his mediums and is now on to the... Sorry, gets out of the hard tyres and is on to the mediums. And the Ryan-Andy battle continues, and Andy's right behind Crito. Want to get this pass done quickly. Just get this lovely view through the S section. Got the 3 cars battling for what is currently P7. The Red Bull, the Alfa Romeo, the Williams. Crito, Andy Ring and Ryan Berger. So we've got cars still out on the mediums. They're in their 15th lap on them. Expect at this point you might be heading towards the softs if you can keep them going just a little bit longer. That might be John's strat. Be interesting strat for him. Here we go, Ryan Berger looking to get the place back from Andy Ring. Andy Ring's also got the DRS. Ooh, very tight there. And they both pass Crito on the straight. Can Ryan Berger get done down the inside? Is he going to go for it? He is. And you know what? He makes the pass stick. Great overtake, Ryan. But Andy Ring's coming back at him. Returns 13 and 14. And you know what? I think he's got the position back. Great racing from the Alfa Romeo and the Williams. Terrific stuff. And Andy Ring holds on to what is now P7. Turbo Spink's fastest lap of the race. He lays down the marker and the gap to S-Boy is already up to 6 seconds. A great pace being shown by Turbo as he passes AR Biscuit into turn 1. And he'll be looking to create as big a gap as possible. Of course, any kind of safety car right now, and you've got to hand it to John. You know, he will benefit from that, and he possibly could go out on the softs. The Turbo's really got to put some pace on those hards, and he is definitely doing that. As Ryan Berger passes Andy Ring into turn 1 and reclaims P6. Is he going to make it stick? Is Andy Ring going to go for it? No, I think he has got the position now. Lord No Kids on those softs. Face chasing Crito. Sebi's boxed. He's now out on the mediums. And started on the hards. Ooh, was very tight. Good racing there to avoid a collision by the Mercedes and Red Bull driver. Oh, very late braking from Lord No Kids. And I think he will keep the position, even though Crito might get the DRS. But we'll see about that now. He has got DRS, but so has Lord No Kids, crucially. He'll hold on to P8. And Andy Ring stays in touch with Ryan Berger. S-Boy in a comfortable P5, could be P2. By the time John boxes, and John stays out on those mediums. He's on his 16th lap there in the lead of the race on the medium tyres as Lord No Kids pass Andy Ring. As Andy Ring made an error, he seems to have lost a little bit of time there. Maybe they just battled hard and both lost time. And Turbo Sphinx passes Iceman into turn 1. So he regains P2. He's only 9 seconds behind John. John has 3 seconds worth of penalties, I believe. Yeah, still the case. So Turbo will have the lead of this race when John pits. But the question is, what tyre will John pit onto? I suspect he's going to go onto the soft tyres here. And chase Turbo to the finish. Any kind of safety car. And John's strategy will pay off handsomely. As will Iceman's and AR Biscuits. Good job, guys. 16 laps on the medium is a great achievement. Well done. So keep it on the tyres for now. Lord No Kids on those softs is now chasing Ryan Berger. Last thing he wants. He's recovered very well to P6, which could be a net P4 once the pits work themselves out. So it's a good recovery from Ryan. But he will not want the sight of that soft-cladded Mercedes in his rear wing. And he may just have to decide to let him go. And hopefully get him back later when the soft tyres wear out. Not far behind him, you've got Andy Ring. You've got Crito. And you've got Jack on 2-lap-old mediums. In the points. No penalties. Net P9 really at the moment. And he'll be looking to get a lot more time back. He's done a solid race here. Went for the alternative strat. Could have done really with a safety car at a nice time for him, but it didn't come. And we've just had the one virtual safety car so far for the retirement of Level Fusion on lap 4. And unfortunately for Ryan Berger and Alexis Beast, that led to drive-throughs for them, which has really knocked them back down the order. Ryan Berger starting on the front row with Turbo Spinks, but it's Turbo Spinks on the P1, Turbo Spinks on the P3 starting John that are battling for the win here. And Ryan has been overtaken by Lord No Kids, but is in his DRS, and he'll hope to ride that DRS as close to the pack in front as he possibly can, as Yeezy picks up another penalty in P15 in the Aston Martin. Sebi, fastest lap from the McLaren, and his battle with Syndical, which never seems to end, is continuing. Syndical obviously boxed earlier, put on softs, got the undercut, but Sebi now probably has better tyres and makes a great pass there down the inside of turn 2, I believe, and takes the lead again going in the S's, and he'll hope to build that time up as Syndical goes deep ahead of the DRS zone so he can maintain that position. Here we are. This is the CRF4 US Grand Prix, CRF Racing League. Please follow the Twitch of the CRF Racing League page. I know this is my Twitch, but please follow the CRF one as well, and please follow the Twitter, the TikTok, the Instagram. Please message and chat if you'd like to race with us, and I will send you an invite in the chat. Or maybe I'll do it anyway at the end of the race for anyone who wants to join this league and race with some of these really fast guys. Turbo Spinks has almost caught up with John now on those fresh tyres. He really is showing... And is that a drop of rain? It's rain! I can see rain on the circuit, and wow! This is fantastic! If John can just hold out, he might be able to go straight on the intermediate tyres. Wow, this is interesting, and Big T, fair play in the chat. You said at the start that there's a 10% chance of rain, and I think that rain is about to come in the next few laps. This is fascinating. No wonder some of those guys went out on softs. Great decision. Obviously, me as commentator, I have no access to the weather, so I did not know how things would unfold. But this is fantastic, and John's chances for the win have just increased greatly with these drops of rain. And who is going to be the first to blink? And Crito is. We've already got a car out on inters. I think this is very premature, to be honest. But Crito is out on the intermediate tyres. He's taking the gamble. I admire it. You know, I don't think he was in the points. Or if he was in a difficult position in the points, so he's just taking... Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty. Joseph, sorry. A 5-second penalty. He's probably taking a similar gamble. I do think it's too early, but you never know. If the rain just suddenly comes, you could suddenly find yourself in a really advantageous position. So Joseph follows Crito in going on the intermediate tyres. So Westboy gets the move done on AR Biscuit for P4. So John and Iceman, of course, teammates together in CRF3 for the longest time, following a similar strat to each other today. And fair play is... Oh, Turbo Spinks has taken... We've got an incident. It's John! I believe John has had a spin. I don't know what happened there. Turbo's passed him. Turbo's boxing. And I believe the weather might be getting bad enough already that we're looking at inters. But John had a spin. I don't know whether there was an incident or a collision, or if he just spun of his own accord, but John has spun, lost the lead to Turbo. Turbo's boxed for inters. Is anyone going to gamble on staying out longer? That's the question. And we got another incident, I think. Ryan Berger, no! Ryan Berger has crashed going into the pit lane. I don't know if he's got wing damage, but oh, the race, and he's got a 5-second penalty. The race just goes from bad to worse for Ryan. Oh, what a nightmare. AR Biscuit leads, and he has not taken the opportunity to go out on the inters, and there's no spray coming from the car. You know, are the inters the right tyre yet? And Jack is staying out on the mediums. Is this like Imola in CRF3? Is the rain never going to properly come? Are we just going to have a slick track? Though Westboy was one of the ones that figured it out, and he has gone on the inters here. And I can see some spray coming from the car. And Andy Ring has got 5-second penalty. Oh, what a devastation, crossing the line. We've got a lot of penalties going on now. Now, once everyone's on inters, I will cross to the penalties so you can see exactly where we are in this race. You can see all those splashes of rain on the track. What a dramatic turn to this race. Let's look at that gap between Turbo Jack and Turbo and AR Biscuit. We can see who's on the quickest tyres here. Jack is a quick driver. So I trust that gap to tell us a good idea of what's going on with the tyres. And Alexis is chasing John for position. Turbo is gaining on Jack there. And Turbo has been rapid this evening. I think we definitely have crossed over to Inters. I gotta be honest. I think we definitely have crossed over. Turbo's gaining a bit of time on Jack, and Alexis, you know, is losing lots of time to John here. So I think we have reached the crossover. It's AR Biscuit boxing. He is boxing. He's giving up the ghost. So Turbo retakes the lead. The championship leader. Last year, lost the championship because he couldn't attend the final race. Because of a laptop issue, I believe, and university going home issue, something like that. Wandy took the championship. Wandy, race update so far. Oh, gosh. Well, all you need to know is the rain's come out, and now we're all on wet tyres. It's hard to really... So much happened in this race. But Turbo Spinks has been at the front for the entire time, aside from a few laps where John took the lead. And you can see Westby almost undercut John. But unfortunately, the fact he had to box again, really... And Iceman's gone out on the softs! But he's struggling, as you can see. AR Biscuit in P4. So with Iceman being the only one not on normal tyres, let's go to the penalties here. See the West Boys almost in P2. So Wandy, early on there was a safety cut, a virtual safety when Leroy Fusion had an incident and DNF'd. And unfortunately for Ryan and for Alexis Beast, they got drive-through penalties. And Turbo and John have battled it out. There's been a lot of track limits penalties, as you can see. And there's been some good battles towards the back. But this is the situation at the moment. Everyone from pretty much fresh tyres. Let's just see how Iceman's going on the softs. I can't imagine he's enjoying that. The only reason this would work is if the rain was brief and the track went dry again. But you can see it's still splattering down. And DRS is disabled, so this is definitely now intermediate weather tyres. And Iceman is out on the wrong tyres, and I suspect he's going to start seeing the repercussions of that shortly. Turbo has a comfortable lead there in P1. An excellent race so far tonight, very well judged. John also having an excellent race as well. Unfortunate for him with the penalty, and Iceman has to get up the ghost in there. That was a gamble too far. He boxes to put the inters on. One thing about this intermediate weather has lost a lot of our close battles here. Andy Ring is, I'd say, close to DRS of Alexis Beast, but of course, with wet weather there is no DRS. But they have both overtaken Iceman, who is boxed now. So if we count the penalties, currently Turbo P1, John would hang on to P2, Westboy P3, AR Biscuit P4, Jack will move up to P5, Lord No Kids P6, and then you've got Alexis, Andy, Sebi. Iceman comes in behind Cynical and he will take P10, possibly higher than that actually. And possibly he's as high as P7 and 8 at the moment. With a lack of penalties. He has got slightly fresher tyres, and Sebi adds another 9 seconds to the total. To be fair to Sebi, no racing line, does make this job a little harder. No assist at all. Very much admire what he's doing. And it's definitely worked out for Turbo. It's definitely worked out for Turbo. The practice lobby. The strategy has worked out. He's had a great pace tonight. The clear fastest car in my opinion. We've got Iceman passing Syndical here. Fresher intermediates, of course, because of that gamble. Only by about 1 or 2 laps. Will he get the move done on Syndical? Very interesting sight there, the Red Bull with a Ferrari helmet. John Pike is gaining time here on Turbo. He's gained around about 2 seconds in the last few laps It might be Turgo taking it easy, trying not to get penalties. And Westboy has come into the 3-second gap, John Pide, so he could be on for that third P2 finish in 3 races in this tier. Iceman's got a way, well, he's got a way to go actually. He seems to have lost a bit of time to the pack in front, so he does make this pass on Syndical Stick. Poor Ryan Berger is looking like he's not going to get any points here tonight. I think going into the pits he suffered damage. He's obviously at the drive-through, and he just shows so much pace in qualifying when it counts. Unfortunately, when it counts in the race, he's just had misfortune after misfortune. My heart does go out to him. Very good, very fast, very clean driver. And I feel like I've been a bad luck curse on him, so sorry about that, Ryan. Sebi on the back of Andy Ring. Got 4 seconds of penalties to make it. Oh, they make contact. Not too much contact. I think we can call that a racing incident. Sebi will be looking to get him on the straight here. Has he got the pace? Has he got the horses in that engine? Not quite, but is he just going to send it anyway? He does. Late braking. You can hear the tyres locking up a little bit, but he does get the pass down on Andy Ring. Will he make it stick, though? He does. Good overtake there from Sebi. He's up to P8, although obviously at the moment with his penalties, he's more looking like P10. And Westboy gets 3 seconds of penalties. And his shot again in P2 is looking less likely now. And unfortunately, he may also be about to lose P4 to AR Biscuit. And Turbo is losing a lot of time to the cars in front. Maybe he's just taking it easy. Maybe. He's struggling for pace here. But to be honest, with 5 laps left to go, he's certainly still a heavy favourite to win this particular motor race. This is CRF4, round 9 of the season in COTA. Please tune in next week. Well, of course, we have got Tier 2 on Saturday night at 7:30 on the main Twitch stream. Please tune into that. We've got Tier 1 Sunday night at 7:30. Definitely watch that. You see the top guys in this league go toe-to-toe. And then Monday nights at 7:30. My tier, Tier 3. We will be racing here as well. And next week we will be staying in North American continent and going to the Mexican Grand Prix. So I hope you'll also tune in for those races as well. As AR Biscuit looks to make the pass on Westboy for P3. He's got a great chance here of gaining P2 for himself in that McLaren. And McLaren P2 in the Structors Ferrari, albeit by some distance. With both him and Sebi currently in some sort of points position, they may be able to limit the damage that Turbo Spinks does with his win. Or very likely win this evening. And John has gained another second. Oh, wiggly moment there for Westboy. And AR Biscuit is really looking to increase the pain on him by taking that podium spot away from him, which he does have on a net basis. And I have to be honest, no safety cars apart from the VSC. Very clean race tonight, guys. So congrats. Really, really good advert for CRF and this tier in particular. You can see the guys at the back really struggling with the track limits there. That's something that just comes with practice and with time. And here we go. AR Biscuit makes the pass stick on Westboy. And John has gained another second on Turbo Space. He's gaining at least... Oh, and AR Biscuit's got a penalty for corner cutting. And we missed that. I'm so sorry. But that has given the advantage to Westboy for P3 again. And on his chances of P2 down the toilet. John is gaining so much time though on Turbo. He's gained so much time. What is happening with Turbo? Has he underfield? He may have underfield here, expecting a safety car. And he may be heavy fuel saving. So this race is back on really for the lead at this pace. If John can gain a second a lap for the rest of the race, that will make things very interesting here as Turbo approaches some traffic. I think he's approaching his teammate, Gaming Gary. And Gaming Gary will definitely get out of the way of him. But John is gaining time hand over fist at the moment on Turbo. And I wonder if they're not the only car struggling with that fuel situation. We got a caution. We got a caution. I can't see what the incident is. It might have been Gaming Gary actually getting out of the way of the leaders. Fair play to him for doing that. Nice one, Gary. always interested by people's names. Gaming Gary 7677. Surely he can't be, you know, 45, 46, 47 years old. So I wonder what that's about. Iceman 97, that's probably his birthday. Andy Ray 92, that's his birthday. Sebi's got another 3 seconds. And John Hyde is within a second of Turbo. This race is on. This race is very much on. I wonder in Westboy's case if he is struggling with the fuel as well, because his pace isn't fantastic at the moment. And AR Biscuit is getting right back up to him. And we've got some battles starting to develop across the field. Jack counting a net P5, but he's got Alexis Beast watching him. Sebi on 12 seconds at the moment. A lot of penalties there, but a good drive from the back for him. And Syndical's up to 12 seconds himself. And John is right on the back of Turbo. Right on the back. This is a fascinating battle. This has been a brilliant battle between these two drivers tonight. The two Italian-based teams, Ferrari and AlphaTauri, having a brilliant battle here in Texas. And John Hyde will be looking to make this pass stick on the main straight as Gaming Gary goes off. Probably trying again to let the other cars past. Is John going to go for it? He has to make the pass. Start building that time again to Turbo. He has to make the pass stick. Turbo is not going to let him through. And Turbo goes wide though. Can you get him on the outside of turn 13? No contact. Clean racing from the drivers. Can he make it stick with the traction? He's got the inside line. And John takes the lead on lap 26. He leads in Texas over Turbo Spinks. He has got 2 and a bit laps to build that 3-second gap, and he's already got close to a second. I am sure Turbo is struggling with fuel here, as AR Biscuit has passed Westboy again. And he has got 5 seconds of penalties, which really, he may have had a chance to win a voice. And John has already got 1.4. I am sure Turbo is struggling. Let's have a look here at his telemetry. Let's see how early he's going off the brakes. Is he lifting and coasting? Doesn't look like it from that. Maybe he's just struggling. Got to keep that time gap down to John. AR Biscuit is also gaining. And what he can't afford is a penalty, because that will definitely hand things back to John. As Westboy chases AR Biscuit, he's still got net P3 here. Thanks to that AR Biscuit corner cutting penalty. Maybe he'll try and appeal it after. Maybe Westboy will appeal his. We never know, really. Ryan Berger out of the points. So whatever happens to Turbo today, whether he wins or not, he's still gaining considerably in the championship. John has got half of that gap he needs. He's got 1.7 now. We're back down to 1.5. What a fascinating end to this race. What a brilliant race this has been in CRF4 tonight. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your comments. Stick with us for the big finish here. Iceman already has the position on Sebi, but really getting on track as well. Slightly fresher enters. Great pace from Iceman tonight. To be honest, without that strategy, no penalties, he could have been looking at the podium tonight, but that stint on the soft tyres has really killed him off. If it worked out, maybe he'd have won. John just leads. Don't know if Turbo's still struggling tyre-wise. But I think we've got to stick with these guys on the last lap. Certainly no chance of safety cars now. Sebi, I think, seat space 2 seconds. So John has 1 lap to make up a second on Turbo Sphinx. 1 lap for the win. He's already got 3/10 of it. Yeezy now level with Gary for the battle of whoever gets the most penalty points. 24 seconds each. At least they got less on the lap count. But yeah, John can really make it stick in this section. He can really gain time here, possibly in the S's. He gained so much time on Turbo, a second a lap at one point. I'd love to hear Turbo's thoughts afterwards in terms of where he was with the fuel and where he still is. But John could be on for a fantastic win here. He's 2.7 seconds up. He's almost got the 3 seconds. He's almost got it. He's about to enter the main straight. This is a thrilling finish here in CRF4. John and Turbo for the win. That 3-second penalty really hurting John. The gap's down to 2.6. We've got Jack has retired on the final lap for the 2nd week in a row after Monza. He is out. And he's handed a point there to Ryan Berger. Oh, Jack. And the gap is up to 3 seconds. By the end of the straight, John has got the 3-second gap on Turbo. But it's so close, it's now 2.7. It's incredible. We're just seeing it go up and down and up like a yo-yo. And we're going to see now. And Yeezy's out. He's retired. Going into turn 19. I don't know what happened to him there. Seems like he drove straight off. Thankfully, no safety cars, so it can't affect the race. But look at this. Look how close this is. There's 3 thousandths of a second. He's got it. He's just ahead. Can he make it count in these final 2 corners? What a drive by John. What a fantastic drive on the intermediate tyres. He's turned this race around. Westboy gets another pen. But John, I think, is going to win. Is he going to win? Let's see what happens. Turbo crosses the line and John wins. What a fantastic drive by the AlphaTauri. Great job, John. Great race, Turbo. Fantastic. And Westboy got that extra penalty at the end. And that has put him down, unfortunately for him, into P4. I mean, he may have ended up there anyway, given the gap. An extra 3 seconds may not have counted, just. But great drive nevertheless. It's tough to get points in this league. Iceman ends up P6. Andy Ring's about to finish. Where does he end up? He gets P8 off Sebi. Great job by Andy there. The question is, does Ryan Berger get Sebi's position with the penalties? He's only on 1 point. It could have been an 18-point loss. Instead, it's just going to be a 13. And he does only finish P10. A really tough night for Ryan. Syndical crosses the line in P11. There's Crito. He might be looking at gaining up. Oh, Ryan's just... Oh, that's a glitch. Because he's left the session before the end. It's DNF'd him. He'll get that position back, I believe. Don't worry about that. Now we've got Joseph looking to finish in P13. Got his first points in his first race at CRF this week. Couldn't repeat it this week. But tough race, to be fair, with the weather. And he finishes P13, and that is the end of the race. Unlucky Jaff. What is that review in the last lap? Joseph ends up a net P12. And that ends a fantastic CRF4 race here at COTA, Texas. A brilliant battle for the win between John and Turbo. But overall, Turbo can at least console himself, having lost the win, that he has gained significantly in the championship standings. And there's your podium. John, Turbo, and AR Biscuit, the AlphaTauri, the Ferrari, the McLaren. What a brilliant race. I'd love to see your comments in chat. How did the drivers find it? Did Turbo have a fuel issue? Is that why he lost so much time? I'd love to see. I'd love to know that. But absolutely for me today, the driver of the day is absolutely John Pide, the winner of the race. He held those mediums out so long. He held them out long enough that he was still on them when the rain came. He went on the inters. He chased down Turbo. He passed him. He made up the penalty. And he has got an absolutely superb win today. John, that is just one of the best race wins I've seen. Well done, mate. Terrific. So there's the final order. John, Turbo, Biscuit, Westboy, Alexis. Great job coming back from the drive-through for him. Iceman, Lord No Kids, Andy Ring, Sebi. Syndical ends up the points, but Ryan Berger was 10th, and I think he will get that position back. Again, Glitch has seen him out. Jack says the hards were so bad. Yeah, it did look like a relief when you came off them. You definitely had better pace. I'm just going to do